Hey guys, what is up? So today I have another unboxing. This one is from Predatory Plants. This is my part 2 of the Cape Company comparison that I said in my other video, and the Alba Capensis that I got from I think it was Rainbow Carnivorous Plants. That plant has already been here for about a week or two. It's starting to grow and it's starting to give me some new leaves on it. So this plant I ordered one day early. Thank you. I ordered one day early and it just now came. So, all right, here we go. Here's the information, and it looks like they gave me a pot. This is weird. I didn't look at too much stuff about it, or about how Predatory Plants does their shipping, but they gave me, okay, they just gave me a bunch of moss, a bunch of sphagnum moss, and here's our capensis. And this is the all red Drosera capensis that I ordered. And right now, I've been researching a little bit more on the plant, but not about the brand. But this is my first time ordering from both brands. I'm just gonna give you all the information. You all make your own opinions, but this is the, get my knife. But this is the all red capensis variety, which means whenever it gets enough light, whenever this plant gets enough light, it gets a really deep red color. See, Drosera capensis red, and it just has this like little plug of soil or moss. And then they gave me, I'm not gonna do that. And then they gave me a pot with some sphagnum moss, which that's different. It's a little bit different, but I already made up my mind with what I'm gonna do. I'll show you all what I did with my Alba capensis. I repotted it into a decent sized pot. The pot's about the same size that my other capensis is in, but you know, it's fine. I mean, at least the plant's alive and healthy and healthy and stuff like that, but the leaves in the center are very small. Let me get this in the middle of the frame. The leaves in the center are very small, but that's to be expected because it has been in a box for about 2 weeks, just about. So, yeah, and I can't tell. There's roots at the bottom, some black capensis roots, but I'm hoping that I don't have to tear this apart, and because there's some moss, I'm gonna tear into it just a tiny bit. But no, usually with stuff like this, there's like a soil plug that's like paper or netting around it. So that's just what I wanted to make sure. I'm gonna pause this real quick and I'll get back to y'all whenever this is repotted. All right, lucky for me, you can hear, I think you can hear in the background, it's raining, so I have some rainwater easily just right here. So what I think I'm gonna do is, I mean, this pot's a little squished, just a little nice nursery pot. It's actually a really nice pot. Except I'm trying to get more square pots rather than circle pots, because I'm trying to save as much space and get as much plants as I can. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get some water in this baggie. I know this is real ghetto, but I didn't know that this was going to be packed like that. I thought it was going to be potted. The one from Rainbow Carnivorous Plants was already potted. It came in peat, which that's fine. You can plant, or it didn't come in straight peat. It came in peat and perlite. But yeah, I already repotted it, and the one from Rainbow already had like roots coming out of the bottom of the pot. So, you know, it's a good thing that they're sending decent sized plants. I'm glad that at least both these plants came in happy. I just believe this plant's gonna get shocked more than the other plant because it's been in the mail so long. But it did take a couple more days just for the plant to ship. So I'm hoping it didn't spend more time than was needed in the box, rather than just being in the box for about 2 weeks, which that, I'm pretty sure, capensis are really hardy. Like, people like Damon at California Carnivores, he takes his capensis, and anytime they're like dying or they get old, stuff like that, he just cuts off the stem, and then they can come back from the roots, which that's a really good thing because they make seeds like crazy. They're like the biggest, best, easiest carnivorous plant for a first-time beginner. But that's most likely what most people don't start with. They usually start with a garbage fly trap from like either Walmart or Lowe's, which that's fine. Pour some excess water out. But yeah, most people start off with like a crappy half-dead Venus flytrap from Walmart or Lowe's or something like that. But it's fine, they can learn, and because that's what my first thing was. I got a little death cube from Lowe's, and then I believe I got. I think my first ever one was the kit, and then I got like a little death cube. I don't remember exactly. I need to fill y'all in on the lore, and I'm gonna get this out of the way. But so here's what we're gonna do. I would rather not plant in sphagnum because it'll rot more easy and stuff like that. But it's still a good, easy thing. You don't have to be mixing perlite and stuff into it. If you want to add sphagnum to perlite, sphagnum and perlite for extra drainage, you can. But I feel like that's for more like Nepenthes, like really hard to grow Nepenthes, because they like the extra drainage. Or maybe you don't even use sphagnum moss at all for those types of Nepenthes because they're just really hard to grow. I haven't gotten into that level yet, but I'll give y'all an update. I'm gonna go down to the greenhouse here in just a split second, but that's about as good as I think we're gonna get. I'm packing this moss down really hard. I'm just gonna dip it into this water real quick, make sure there's no air. Or I can leave it out and let it get rained on just to help it get more into the moss and let there not be any air bubbles. But I'm gonna go sit this in the tray. Don't forget your tags. And we're gonna head down to the greenhouse here in just a second. Let me clean up first and I'll see you guys down there. Okay, before I was gonna go down to my greenhouse, they actually gave me this little planting guide. But I believe this is for more Venus flytraps and stuff like that because the light says 4 to 6 hours of direct sunlight, which, I mean, capensis can definitely take that. But I don't know. Like, pretty much the information is right. They're not giving you death cube instructions, but if you want to pause and read this real quick, you can. I'm not because I gotta go. But yeah. I also didn't listen. I didn't read this before, but it says do not disturb the root ball. It's fine. Alright, it's just a little thing before I go. I'll see you. Alright guys, so I didn't know that I couldn't flip my camera, but here we are. Here we are on the capensis, or the main sundew trays and stuff like that. But this is the Alba capensis. It's starting to do good. It's starting to give me new traps and stuff like that. It's got plenty of dew on it. And get a good, yeah, there's little bits of dew on it. But it's a lot more humid today. It's a lot rainier out. But here's the new plant. It might burn a little bit, but that's the point of this plant. It gets super, super red in enough light. So, yeah, just a little update mainly on the sundews. I took some of these out of this tray. These were already out, but like I think these 4 right here were in that tray. No, they were in bags. But then I moved them over here. But you're starting to see more of the capensis, like shape of the leaves and stuff like that. So capensis are starting to do good. Starting to love these guys. I'm starting to understand why people love sundews more. But yeah, that's about it. See y'all.